All right, everybody, welcome back in. It is the Super Bowl preview from the Rob and Stu Show here on the Pulse Sports Network. Our proprietor, our head honcho, El Jefe, J.C. Shelton, UJ Football Live, will be joining shortly. But in the interim, we have, of course, my illustrious co-host, Rob, Eagles Rob. Big week, buddy. Nice.
Eagles Rob. I mean, listen, John already has his shirt pulled up, tits out for the Super Bowl. I mean, listen, you can't fucking beat it, man. It's finally here. I've been waiting 2 weeks. I can't even stand being on Twitter. I mean, it's just the analysis and the breakdowns. We're going to get into it a little bit on here, but let's have some fun. Let's get the fucking prop bets going. We're going to have the drinks flowing this weekend. I mean, this is a party.
I'm coming up. I can't wait.
Until kickoff.
I can't wait. I'm coming up.
You got a party up until kickoff. Because once that fucking ball gets kicked off, hours.
The Super Bowl for me is actually happening Saturday when we go and we take over Freehold Raceway. I mean, who's got it better? Who's got it better, Rob?
Yeah.
It's going to be a beautiful thing.
It's going to be a big, big weekend. I hope you can last. I hope Sunday you have any energy left.
Oh, I've got my omeprazole. I got my omeprazole packed, homie. We rolling deep. Pantoprazole.
Yeah, that's right.
Is a sponsor. We're open for sponsorship from Pantoprazole. Speaking of which, and we mentioned fun, coming up later in the show, we're going to spin the wheel of destiny. We are spinning the wheel of destiny, and the Bobcat is going to be the proprietor of all that and reap all the rewards. A 3-leg prop, spin the wheel, make a deal. Bobcat, John, not Robert, John Castorani, you sexy bitch. How are you?
Overworked and underpaid, but we're going to spin the fucking wheel of death. I don't call it.
It is the wheel of death. It is.
The wheel of death might lead to a second divorce for me. Whatever it lands on, we're going to bet $1,000 on a 3-leg parlay. We're going to fucking screenshot it. We're going to fucking play it. There's one bet that I think I sent you 9 or 10 bets.
Yeah,
that I like.
We'll share the screen. I'll tell you what. There's some.
I was eating.
There's some very aggressive
his fucking props that he's giving out.
There's
some very aggressive bets.
There's one that I really like. I won't get into it yet, but I know a lot of people that are going to listen to this, and Rob in particular is going to think that I'm fucking crazy. It's for the Eagles, but that's the one that I'm really hoping. I think it's plus 648. I think it's 6,480 or 6,480 plus 6,480 just for one, and I really like that.
Well, you're gonna need that.
Why not?
Why not?
Listen, you hit that, and we're going to Vegas for March Madness. I don't care what Mrs. Bobcat says. I don't care if we have to break Stu out and just, Stu might just have to leave.
I'll quit my job and go work.
Yeah, he'll just quit his job. Yeah.
No, I've already
all three of us. Yeah, we're all going to quit if Bobcat hits.
I've already kind of warmed up my wife to the idea, because I don't know if you guys know this, but Alabama's pretty good at basketball this year. I think there's been two other teams in the history of college basketball that have won, 11 games by more than 30 points.
Stu's first prop bet just hit because we had the under and you mentioning Alabama in the first 5 minutes of the show. So beautiful.
Beautiful.
Well,
Good job.
I've already warmed up to the idea that we're probably going to a Final Four. Probably going to, get tickets to that. So, yeah, we're going
John
to fucking
Frazier,
Vegas.
be ready. Be on standby, John Frazier.
Yeah. How many? So what's the
Super Bowl prop show, and he fucking shoehorns in Alabama basketball.
What's the prop bet? How many times? What's the over under? How many times to mention that school for me? Because I
at
mentioned him
least
once.
15.
Christ.
No, at least 15 because there's so many Alabama players for the Eagles. I mean, you're going to get a Landon Dickerson shout out. You're going to get an extended story about Jalen Hurts.
Nothing but Alabama and Rutgers players in this game. And I don't know if we have a Michigan State guy. I got to look.
How dare you?
I will say.
You're going to just disregard the backbone of that secondary, Josiah Scott. You're just going to disregard the key piece to your secondary.
I will say though, I think
unsettling.
I think out of the Rutgers alumni, Isaiah Pacheco, and the Alabama alumni that will be on the field, I think the edge goes to Pacheco and Rutgers in this matchup. I really like Pacheco in the Super Bowl this coming Sunday in a few days. So I think what he's been able to do out of the gate is unbelievable. And they get him in space. They utilize the shit out of Pacheco. And that is stuff we never saw at Rutgers. Like, let's be honest. We never saw shit like this at Rutgers.
How dare you talk about
They were interviewing the
How dare you talk about
They were interviewing the Chiefs GM, and they were asking him, how'd you find this kid in the 7th round? And he said one of the things that stood out was Pacheco led the country in getting hit behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, if you sat in those stands and watched that offensive line play, you're not surprised that Pacheco made it in the NFL. Go back and watch. He had a big run to open up the game versus Michigan at home in 19. I mean, it was about a 65 or 70-yard touchdown run. He always had the ability. It's just they had no offense. They had no offensive line and,
Yeah, very similar to Alvin Kamara when he went to Tennessee. And, he's playing behind Jalen Hurd. Jalen Hurd is that stud. I think it was Derrick Henry that was on Bussin' with the Boys recently, and they were like, man, you didn't know he was going to be a dog. But, like, all of us kind of do. Like, that dude's going to be a dog because he's playing behind a dog shit offensive line. And he was behind Jalen Hurd. Jalen Hurd was supposed to be this, once in a generation, 6'2", 205, 220 pound running back that could also play tight end and flex, that way. But, Alvin Kamara gets to the Saints and he fucking blows up. People are like, who the fuck is Alvin Kamara? And I think it's the same thing with.
And he also got in the right system too with Sean Payton, who knows how to throw the ball to the backs. Darren Sproles, he gets a
only
lot
unfortunate part is Sean Payton doesn't like personal coaches in the facility, it's not good.
Shout out to Sean Payton though, and the New Orleans Saints getting as much as they did for Sean Payton. Like the Broncos are fucking bankrupt. You just call them the bankruptcy Broncos. Because they gave away the whole fucking house. And, you've got, what was it today? Russell Wilson, they came out and said that, his charity gives like 24 cents per dollar to the actual cause. And it's just as bad as the fucking Wounded Warrior Foundation. Like the more
he's a real gem, Russell Wilson. Yeah.
The more we peel the onion back on fucking Russell Wilson, man, he is an awful, awful human being. Doing fucking lunges on the fucking flight to England or where were they in Europe? Was it Germany or England? It doesn't fucking matter. But you're on an 8-hour
fringy
flight.
As they come.
Yeah, it's like, dude, Mr. Unlimited.
Doesn't he not
Let's
take
get into
a
some
shit?
props here.
He doesn't take a shit, right?
He drinks concussion water. He drinks
concussion water. What the is concussion water?
Yeah, there was something where he had.
Are you talking about coconut water?
No, he said he was going to heal faster with this fucking water. He's a fucking Looney Tune.
Yeah,
let's get into some of these props.
Let's get into it because the Broncos.
I'm telling you right now, one of my favorite props to start out Sunday, Kenneth Gainwell over 19.5 yards rushing. This seems low. Gainwell has really come on. Last year out of Memphis, I really liked him coming out in the draft when the Eagles took him. Thought he struggled in his rookie year. He was a little bit injured to start this year. I tell you, the last 7-8 weeks, this kid's really put it together. The Chiefs struggle against the run. They really do. ETN tore him up in that playoff game. I really love Gainwell over 19.5 rushing yards. And I'll tell you, first prop I'm going to take two. First touchdown score, A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown and Hurts have been a little off in these playoffs. He was frustrated during the Giant game. He wanted the ball more. They only had to run it. They were blowing him out. Last week, he's wide open. Hurts misses him on a big connection. I feel like they're going to get that going early, him and A.J. I feel like A.J. scores the first touchdown. I love that prop.
Awful take.
Go ahead, Bobcat.
That was awful. Yeah, man. So I'm going to have to disagree with you there. I think Kansas City's going to jump out first. I like Isaiah Pacheco to score the first touchdown. Hell, I mean, Kelsey, Pacheco, even Patrick Mahomes on a scramble. I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to jump out really quick. And
Did you really just say that you think Travis Kelsey is going to score the first? I mean, really? I mean, that's just fucking genius. You got anything more for us at minus 135?
But I don't like
fucking
the
Alabama Looney Tune.
I don't like the first TD score touchdown lines. I don't ever like those props.
Don't tell Dave Rosenthal
it's plus 700 on Kelsey. Why would you want more money, you banana?
Yeah, well, listen here. Banana. He loves the banana. But no, I think you're drunk if you play a prop for first TD. Unless you guys were playing the fucking Denver Broncos, then I'm not fucking taking it. I don't think Jalen Hurts throws for over 301 passing yards in this game. I think the weakness.
Okay, let's
spoken like a true Alabama Hurts.
No, the weakness is for the Kansas City Chiefs is the run game. Like you mentioned it. Like the run game for them is their fucking kryptonite. So how do those linebackers scheme? Who's spying the quarterback? The Eagles can rush with like 6 different players at any given fucking time, whether it's a jet sweep, whether it's Gainwell, whether it's Sanders, whether it's Hurts. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, I mean, they'll run a jet sweep with A.J. Brown. They'll run a jet sweep with Devonta Smith. It doesn't matter. I think that's where the strength is. I don't like in the first half scripted plays, the first 20, 28 plays that are scripted. I'm not seeing where Jalen Hurts is getting a touchdown pass. He might throw a pass to get him in the red zone, but Jalen Hurts is going to use his speed. He's going to have to. I think that secondary for Kansas City understands the strengths and weaknesses of Jalen Hurts. And then you have to exploit the weakness when you come out right out the gate. You got to exploit the weakness of your opponent, which is the rush defense for Kansas City, and that's where you guys make your bread and butter at. That's why the Eagles run away from people, because it's joyless murder ball by the end of the third quarter.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. So I don't like that. I don't like that prop. I'd stay away from that prop. That was just me disagreeing with you, but I got data to back it up, Rob. You banana.
Speaking of
right.
bananas,
I'm gonna
Shelton in the house. J.C. Shelton, the head honcho for the Pulse Sports Network. First time here on the Rob and Stu show. Catch him on his show, UGA Football. JC, what are your props?
Yeah, good to be on. Rob and Stu, thanks for having me, guys, and good to be in the presence of the almighty Bobcat.
Live.
I might as well.
I was about to say, why did you say that wrong? I was going to be like, did you just purposefully do that, or is this like a big dick play by you?
It's a delayed play. Had CVD the whole effing show on this week. Really good. I'm saving it for the drive up to Robert's house this week.
Nice. No, we talked SEC preview a little bit, gave his SEC sleepers, and we talked Tennessee. I made him pick game by game how many games Tennessee's going to win throughout the season. I think they went 8-2 up to Georgia, and that's an L. Georgia owns Neyland Stadium, so we talked about that. But yeah, it's a good one if you want to get Chris's take. He just wrote.
JC's going to invite every local guy, he's going to invite a Vanderbilt beat reporter on. Go, hey, what do you think happens when we get to the Georgia game? Oh, well, yeah. We're going to lose. All right, that's the show. That's the show, folks. Next up, Wofford. We get a Wofford beat reporter.
Yeah, no, our schedule next year is just horrible. Honestly, I'm not looking forward to it. Cupcake. It's so easy. Cupcake. Yes, oh my god,
cupcake, baby.
But the original question, my takes, my picks here. I got some props. I'm not even talking about the game. I want some props here. Tails never fails on the toss, guys. Tails never fails. Even when it does, it doesn't. I like tails never fails. Under 2 minutes, 7 seconds. That's what I've got it at on Bovada. 2 minutes, 7 seconds, national anthem. Chris Stapleton, country, born and bred. All right. This guy is not going to make this long national anthem. Okay. He does have that voice. He might take it a little long here and there, but he's not going to go over 2 minutes, 7 seconds. I don't think. And
what's your next prop bet? What song is Rihanna going to start with?
All right.
Umbrella.
Listen to this,
Plus
guys.
135.
I have nothing to back these things up with, really, except gut feeling. And I talked to 4 different people. Four different people told me that they think the Gatorade is going to be orange, and I did as well. So we had 5 total people already think the Gatorade is going to be orange. I think it's going to be orange. I think that's just a sign from God that it's going to be orange. And then here's one. Will Andy Reid eat a cheeseburger before the end of the Super Bowl broadcast? I don't think so. I think he's going to have his hands full with the Eagles. That's one that I'm interested on what you guys have to say about that. And then the next, how many TikTok videos will Jackson Mahomes host during the Super Bowl? And I've got that over 1.5.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, you can go to the bank with that.
This is the craziest fucking prop bets that I've ever heard in my entire. Like JC scrubbed the fucking bowels of the fucking.
But this is shit you can only find offshore. I'm sure.
This is like some.
JC is betting like the friend that doesn't watch football and comes over, and then he's like, "Oh, what was the first song by Rihanna I had?" And like, I'm up getting my fill of buffalo wings and another beer at halftime. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Also, like, I got a question? Like, does Andy Reid eat cheeseburgers during the fucking game? Like, I've never.
His 13 years in Philly, I never seen him eat outside.
Okay, now we used to have a bet.
Exactly.
Me and my buddies in Detroit, we used to have a bet because we used to sit right next to the Tigers dugout, and Jim Leland was notorious for ripping fucking heaters in the dugout.
Oh, yeah.
So we would always have a bet, an over-under, how many cigarettes, how many Marlboros are going to get killed in this game. And I think in 2006, I think one game, they were playing Kansas City, afternoon game. I think he ripped about 7.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, Jim Leland's a fucking hero.
He is
a legend. He is a hero.
So I just found this out like not too long ago. Is that like the old Texas Rangers ballpark in the dugouts? They had like this never-ending pizza bar. So like all of the bench players would eat pizza before the game, during the game, and after the game. But JC,
what does that pizza in Texas look like? Graham crackers with ketchup, and then like sprinkled cheese on top of it?
They probably put pulled pork on it.
I don't think they put cauliflower crust. I know that.
They don't.
The pizza outside the Northeast is garbage.
Probably Texas toast with some slices of cheese on top and some.
Rob, are you taking me to go get some tomato pie?
Yeah, we can.
No, you gotta go take him to Woodrow's. You gotta take him to Woodrow, but that's too far.
This banana wants us to drive to Woodrow's in Philly.
Look.
Oh, to get the cheesesteak?
I've only just driven past Philly. I do have one more for you guys, though, before we move on here. How many times will the Kelsey brothers facing off against each other be mentioned during the broadcast? Over 1.5, and that's easy.
Over.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow,
maybe once a quarter.
Did you guys realize Matthew Stafford went to high school with Clayton Kershaw? Did you guys know that?
Yes, I fucking heard that too many times. Jesus fucking.
You sure?
How many times will Mike Trout be mentioned or his face shown at the game? Over 300.
We just found out he was an Eagles fan.
They got a Goodell one too. You can pick how many times Goodell's on the screen.
At least
more
over
than Barstool guys. That's for sure.
Over was 1.5.
Over.
I'd say a long shot.
I take the under. I take the under.
Devonta Smith plus 3,000 Super Bowl MVP. I feel like he's locked in.
Yeah,
he is locked in.
Like this. He's made
He
from
said
moments
the other
like
day,
this.
all I
He's
do
in
is sit in
George's
my room.
nightmares.
He said, all I do is sit in my room in complete darkness. I just think about the game. I mean, he was so focused the other day. Even on media night, he's like, this gives me anxiety. I just want to play in a football game.
He still gives J.C. Shelton suicidal thoughts from 2017's national championship.
Honestly, he doesn't. I like him so much as a player and the way he carries himself. I really don't look like it. I should look at it like that, but I don't. And Rob, thank you so much for just being that fan, that Philly Mongo who tells us who's focused on the Philadelphia Eagles teams headed into the Super Bowl. I think they're going to be focused. I think they're thinking ball, man.
Well, you know what I liked about him? He's not up there with the Fiesta hats on and talking shit and laughing. He's just even after the NFC Championship game, they said in the locker room after the game, all the guys were trying to figure where they were going to go to dinner. They were all smoking cigars, and he's like, "This is nothing." He's like, "We got a game in 2 weeks. I'm going home and I'm going to bed. I ain't going to no dinner. I ain't going to no."
I'll say this to back up Rob too, JC. What's nice is you get this group and they're focused in on the game and they're talking about the game and it's laser sights, not like, Georgia, and they're talking about how many felonies they're going to commit in the offseason.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about
that. It's clear they do.
Or they could be like a certain school.
Insider.
Or they could be like a certain school and just commit felonies right in the tunnel.
How dare you? And that was provocation. And it was pled down to a misdemeanor, asshole. Let me give you a play. And this is right up your alley, you fat fuck. Jalen Hurts, under 224.5 passing yards. This is plus money. This is plus money, plus 133. He is AIDS. Throwing the ball. It's 500 with your kids out in the driveway. Oh, come on. This guy, it's 500. Anything 15 and in, sure, he's got it. You throw it up, anything past 20 yards,
ball in the National Football League, genius.
Yeah, when he's throwing to A.J. Brown.
Best deep ball in the league.
Give me the under. Give me the under passing.
224, you're a fucking douche.
Yeah, under 224. Under 224, 100%.
Chris Sims today that he wasn't a top 10 thrower.
Yeah, he did.
Is he a top 20 thrower? He's an amazing quarterback because he can run and he doesn't do stupid things. But he ain't Dan Marino. Okay, let's just.
You guys fucking
stop.
Suck. Okay. Jalen Hurts he's the MVP. Fuck you.
I'm sure. From the set of the next Bond film, what do you got, Bobcat? What's your next pick here?
I got a bunch that are going to be on the wheel.
Okay, yes, we'll save it for the wheel. Do you want to do the wheel right now?
Let's do the one that I love. That I hope I want to do 3 that I love that I hope get on the wheel because I'm going to play these even if they're not on the wheel.
You sent me the list for the wheel, so I hope
they're ones that I like, Stu, but I don't love them. Right? Like I love
then
this
why
cat.
would you send me? Why would you send me props you just like but don't love for the wheel?
Because it makes it fun. We're going to fucking gamble some money.
Do you want me to include these?
No. You include all of them that are on the wheel, but I want to give you the 3 that I love. The number 1 that I love is the Eagles to win by 11 exactly. 11 points exactly. Love it. Gonna play it. 100%. I think the Eagles pull away probably mid to late third quarter, and I think it's just going to be a bloodbath with, best offensive line, I think, in the NFL. I think it's just – I love Landon Dickerson. I love Big 6'9". I love both the Kelsey brothers. I think the podcast is hilarious. But I just think the Eagles are so physical, and that run defense for the Kansas City Chiefs is so bad. It's like Vanderbilt. It's like when you watch Georgia Vanderbilt. And
that's a tough ricochet. Vanderbilt's getting a lot of ricochets tonight.
Yeah, dude, they're catching a lot of strays.
They don't deserve it. I mean, they beat Kentucky and Florida.
That is true. That is
when it comes
true.
to their rush
Clark
defense,
Lee
when it comes to their rush defense, and you're like, oh, they're playing Georgia this week. Is Georgia the total of rushing yards is set at 470? And you're like, yeah, better play the over. Georgia's going to have over 470 rush yards. So yeah, I like the Eagles to win by 11 exactly. So I'm also going to take the prop bet Eagles to win by 7 to 12 points because that 11 obviously falls in that range. And then another one that I absolutely love, I like Jalen Hurts under, but not at 224, Stu. I like it under 301. I see him in the 250 to 300 range, no more than 300. I don't see him touching that, but 224 is too low, way, way, way too low. And I'm guaranteeing Jalen Hurts has a fucking rushing touchdown, or they pull out the Philly special and he's in the slot like we did at Alabama. He's caught balls out of the slot. Jalen Hurts has nice hands. And I guarantee you, Jalen Hurts is scoring a fucking anytime touchdown. Well, he's gonna do the fucking Superman into the gritty and just fucking dab on these fucking bitches.
Bobcat, look, you're being really aggressive.
From your lips to God's ears.
The Jalen Hurts passing prop, which is currently minus 625. So really aggressive call out, folks. Just bet the house on that.
Yeah. Well, it's a 3-play parlay. Eagles by 11, Eagles to win by 7 to 12 points. Jalen Hurts under 301
You hope
yards.
the Wheel of Death gives you that. The Wheel of Death could also give you something that's plus 150,000.
No, the highest is plus 6,500 or so. And that's the Eagles win by 11 exactly. You bitch.
You're playing a 3-pick parlay.
Oh, it'll be plus 90,000 for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I hit, and when you guys ask me for money, I'm gonna be like, fuck all of you. Fuck all of you haters. When I'm a millionaire and you're just a dollar heir, just swerve. Okay.
Bobcat. Okay. When I, for all you Pole Sports Network watchers, I'm gonna zoom because Bobcat's on his iPhone right now. I'm gonna zoom so it fits everybody's video kind of the same. Yeah, that's how your face is going to look. It's going to be awesome.
Wait, are we doing video?
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
No, it is your bag because now you're going to get zoomed all the way in to match everybody else's video.
It's all right.
It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be good.
I had to use the phone. My headset wasn't working on the computer, so I adapted and overcame.
Fellas, let's give final thoughts before we spin the Wheel of Destiny / Death. J.C. Shelton, UGA football, live.
Yeah, I think the easy pick is Philadelphia, right? Because that defense and Kansas City's allowing 351 per game. That's just crazy. Super Bowl, and maybe their defense steps up here. Maybe they see some things that they have advantages, but I just can't find it anywhere. I'd like to shake Kansas City and Patty Mahomes, just what he does in the fourth quarter. And if they keep it close, I trust him with the balls in his hands. I feel like their offense plays so much better when they go hurry up because they have Kelsey in the middle and nobody can cover him, especially when you get maybe the defensive set you want out there and you just hurry him up.
Nakobe Dean can cover him. Nakobe Dean, for sure.
Hell no.
That's your guy. No.
Nobody can cover that.
Big 1-7. Big 1-7. Jam him up.
He's going to break like every tight end record known to man. But I just think because Philadelphia's defense is what's going to do it here. So I'm definitely like the spread here. I don't know about 11 points, but I like the spread Eagles here for sure. Over under set at 51. Is that what you have it at?
Yeah, 51.
50 and a half in most books.
Okay. It's 51. I got it at 51 today.
Yeah, I like the over. I like points. I think these offenses are going to go off. So, yeah, I like Eagles and over here.
All right. I'll leave it to the Bobcat. What's the final prediction?
I like the Eagles to win. I'll give you a score. You want me to give you a score?
Well, you've kind of given us a score. Eagles win by 11.
Yeah, I like it 42-31. Final score.
All right. Robert. Big Chiefs guy, known Chiefs guy, big Jackson Mahomes guy.
Big Kelsey fan.
He spray paints 24 in his driveway and does the gritty on it. Rob, what do you think?
I think it's going to be, I think like JC said and Bobcat said, I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I really do. I think it's going to go back and forth. The Eagles have struggled this year versus good quarterbacks. In this Gannon system, they like to play a laid back version. I mean, they get after the quarterback. Don't get me wrong with their sacks, but this is Mahomes. He's going to make his plays. I think it's going to be a big game for the Eagles to try to get up early, and then they're going to have to try. To me, you got to play keep away. You got to run the ball. You got to keep the fucking ball out of Mahomes' hands because the guy's like fucking Houdini, throwing the ball sideways, throwing the ball here and there. You know, I'm praying this defensive line, they've come to play all season. I'm praying they make a couple of plays. I like the over in the game. Of course, I'm going to pick the Eagles as a side. It's the fucking Super Bowl. I got to ride with my boys. I want to see number 2. Another prop I really love. It's on DraftKings. A player to score in both halves. I love Dallas Goedert to score. I think Goddard's going to be a key in this game. I think they're going to try to bracket A.J. Brown. They're going to try to do their best to take A.J. out. He's going to have Devontae on the other side, but I think Dallas Goedert's going to eat in the middle. They're going to hit him with the screens. They're going to hit him with the short passes over the middle. Him and Hurts have a great connection all the time. I think it's going to be his hot read on a lot of the routes. When, you know, Spagnuolo, he was a Philadelphia guy. He came underneath Jim Johnson. Then he went to the Giants. He likes to bring pressure. He's going to bring pressure. He's not going to sit back on defense. And I think they're going to get some one-on-ones with Goddard in the middle and really take advantage of that. So pound the Goddard props and, you know, let's go Birds.
All right, fly
fighting Philly cheesesteaks.
I'm going Eagles. I'm taking the under. I think it's 27-17 Eagles.
This
I
guy,
like the under.
this fucking guy. Wow.
Yeah,
this guy.
hate to see
Never,
it. Hate
he
to see
never
it.
bet the
Chiefs'
under
offense
all
is not
year.
as good as people think. It's not as good, and I think the Eagles' D line is going to get after it. Hassan Reddick is going to eat. This offensive line for the Chiefs is, I'm looking for a word. I found it. AIDS. It's awful. It is Magic Johnson. It is Magic Johnson 92. It's AIDS. Okay,
You're gonna get sued.
Allegedly
By a guy that owns the Dodgers.
Yeah, I'm a Spartan, so he won't. And here's the other thing too. We don't have Tyreek Hill. Who's breaking the top open? Mecole Hardman is going to be on the sidelines in a cast. Okay.
Shout out Georgia.
Who is he throwing to in this running game? And I do think Pachenko can have a game, but Andy Reid doesn't want to run the ball. He wants to throw it. And I think everything lines up. I just don't think the Chiefs score many points here. They struggled to get over 20 against a bad Bengals defense. And I don't care. I got it. It is not an impressive defense to me. They scheme well, but it's talent-wise, I think the Eagles blow them out of the water. I think Gannon gets them right. Fly, Eagles, fly. 27-17 Eagles.
Nice take there on their defense, Tom Brady.
Wow, that's a
for the Bengals. Didn't he say something about the Bengals defense?
I don't think
he said
so.
They're decent. And then they smollywop the fucking Buccaneers.
Yeah, but the Buccaneers are also horrific. Let's get to the wheel. Bobcat, before we leave, let's get to the wheel here. I want to see your beautiful face as I share
your screen. Let's pull this
sharing the screen.
But let's do it.
I'm sharing the screen. Here we go, gentlemen. All right.
Hey, what is that? Fat MILFs? What is that? Is that what you're
doing?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what you're seeing.
Pornhub.
The night mistresses of Detroit.
Creamy, fat dilfs. What is a dilf?
Nude coney dogs. Yeah.
Extra mustard. All right. 1 through 9. We're going to spin the wheel. Every single number corresponds to a bet that Bobcat has sent
Call
me.
Call them out.
We're going to call them out.
Bet.
All right. $1,000.
3 play parlay. Here we go.
2, 3. Let's spin the wheel, make a deal. Spin the wheel, make a deal. Big
Here we
spin.
go. Here we go.
Big spin,
money. Big money.
No whammies. Nope. Oh,
spin it, baby. Spin it.
Kelsey, anytime TD. Let's go.
That is, my friend, as I pull it up right now. I should have had this pulled up, but I'm unprofessional.
That's a Kelsey anytime
Kelsey
TD.
anytime TD.
Easy.
Okay. That's easy.
Okay, I'm going to
Kelsey
bet this
anytime
too.
TD.
So.
Let's
Rob,
spin
you're in
the
it with me?
like Kelsey
wheel,
over
make
one
the
touchdown.
deal.
Not for 1,000, but I'm in.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, 6.
Oh, that's a bad
Eagles
one,
win by 11 exactly.
That's the one I wanted.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
28-17, Stu. I'm still in it.
Okay, 28-17. You are still in it. Let's spin the wheel. The last one to go. What is it going to be? What is it going to be?
Give me Jalen Hurts anytime TD. Give me Jalen Hurts anytime TD. Or Pacheco.
I hope it's over passing yards to watch Stu.
It is Hurts anytime TD.
Wow.
Let's
Bobcat
go.
calls it. Bobcat calls it.
Oh, my God. Oh, I love it.
And
I'm
on that
excited.
note, folks,
I'm going to win $1 million from this parlay.
I don't know how to do this. I'm verklempt here. There we go. Stop share. There we go. All right. On that note,
look at you, buddy.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. On that note, everybody have a great Super Bowl. Me and Rob will be in the lovely state of New Jersey, ranked recently the 41st best state in the union. We will be there. And we will be at Freehold. We're going to be at your house. You're getting it catered. Joe Bags will not be there.
Yep.
Joe Bags will not be there. Hate to see it.
Sorry, Bags. Anytime, buddy.
Wait, I gotta ask a question now before we depart. I gotta ask.
Okay, Nick Saban, what do you got?
I need a rundown of Rob Sunday morning. Like what's Rob and Mrs. Rob? What are y'all doing Sunday morning? What time are you waking up? What's the first thing you do? Now. Shut up, Stu. You're not. Your team's not here. The Lions haven't played for a Super Bowl.
Mrs. Rob comes out dressed like an eagle, and then
what time?
I'm going to be like that Penny Sewell meme, breaking down, just like we're going to be doing. She's going to be rushing like Frank Clark off the edge, and I'm just going to be setting it. But now Sunday morning, Stu's going to be here, so I'll probably cook breakfast. I'm going to have a couple of the mimosas going. I mean, listen, it's going to be rolling, baby.
I can tell you right now, pork roll and scrambled eggs. That's exactly what the
home fries.
Exactly the breakfast.
Home fries.
Okay.
This is fucking New Jersey, baby.
And guess what? We're gonna have the PPs from DRF up. We're gonna be looking at Aqueduct.
I'll be betting the horses. We might get a card game going. We always like to play cards. And listen, it's going to be a party to me.
Is Bombs Away
game
coming?
time?
Bombs Away's coming, right? He better be there.
Torture. Bombs Away's got some other things going on, so he might not be coming over.
We might have to stop and see Bombs Away.
What's your favorite food on Super Bowl Sunday? Are you a wing guy?
Oh, buffalo wings. Buffalo wings.
All right.
What is the catered menu? You said you were getting it catered. What's the menu?
We have penny vodka. We have chicken fingers. We have buffalo wings, mac and cheese. I'm going to get subs. We're going to have a couple of strombolis. We're going to have an antipasta.
Pie.
We're going to
have just for stew.
Do we got tomato pie?
Pie?
No, not tomato. Tomato pie is overrated. Overrated.
I'm glad I got
as long as the chicken fingers are shaped like dinosaurs, I'm game, brother.
On Monday,
no, they're in the shapes of eagles.
Okay,
on Monday, Rob's gonna be out of two things. He's gonna have no toilet paper, and his fingernails will be non-existent because he's gonna be biting them motherfuckers off. He's gonna be down.
That's win or lose. It's gonna be a bad scene.
Hey, let's go Eagles! Give us a chant. Give us a war chant. Come on, send us off like you need to. Come on.
Send us off.
Come on. Let's go.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
Folks, we'll see you after the Super Bowl next week here on the Pulse Sports Network.
Roll Tide.
For Rob, for Bobcat, for J.C. Shelton, take care, brush your hair. We'll see you after. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Hip-hop social crowd.